Coastal Region Climate Change Report from Azim Premji Foundation. This report shows the climate projections for all the Indian states, and the report specifically shows the Indian coastal districts for the 2021 to 2040 time period, which we call the near-term time, like our future time period. So I just wanted to summarize the projection summary for Chennai that we see from here. This is with respect to the change that we are going to see with respect to our baseline period. So when it comes to annual mean temperature, it's projected to reach 29.1 degrees Celsius, and the daily maximum temperature is projected to reach 33.7 degrees Celsius with plus minus 1.5 degrees Celsius. But remember, this is the daily average daily annual mean, right? So when it comes to summer, the maximum is projected to change to 40.5 degrees Celsius, and during the winter it is projected to actually go to 18.5 degrees Celsius, the basically minimum, which will be a plus minus 1.5 degrees Celsius, like with the variance range, right? So annual rainfall is projected to reach 1,321 mm. Total rainfall during northeast monsoon is projected to reach 781 millimeter. Total rainfall during southwest monsoon is projected to reach 464 millimeter. And humidity and heat stress is going to increase. The relative humidity will reach 72.7%, and like annually, and summer it is projected to reach to 83.3%. And the summer wet bulb temperature is projected to reach like about 26 degrees Celsius. And 40 degrees Celsius days are also going to reach about 9 days per year during that time period. But again, it's when you talk about this is an average for that 20-year period. And that 5-year average, 10-year average, as I said, it's also available in the website. You please go and check it out. And then very heavy rainfall days, it's during the northeast monsoon will also reach to about 13 days per year. That's what I wanted to say as a summary. Please go through the report. It actually summarizes the data for the coastal Indian districts. If you go to the web page, you can go from using the QR code, which is, or you can also Google Navigating India's Climate Future, Azim Premji University. You will go to the website. For the first time in India, we are releasing the climate projection report in a public facing way. You can go to any district in India, within seconds you can download the projection in a CSV file, thus for you to look at and analyze. Thank you very much.
Conference today on the occasion of World Environment Day is to talk about the environment, specifically climate change and its impact on coastal cities in India. This report has been compiled by the School of Climate Change and Sustainability, and it represents a data dashboard which talks about two very important things. One is the immediacy of the impact. So rather than, typically when we talk about climate change, we talk about the kind of changes that will happen in the next 50 years, 60 years, whatever, 2100. This report focuses on what is going to have immediate impact till 2040. So 5 years, break up till 2040. And the second thing that it does very beautifully is the granularity. We are not talking about India as a whole. We are talking about India in very important small, cities, regions, and you can see the specific impact that you're going to see in the next coming decade or so. The idea of this report is to foster discussion and deliberations on the kind of challenges that we are facing and how can we deal with them. We are seeing this in Chennai already, right? I was speaking to some people. It's getting hotter and hotter every time. I remember till last year I used to come Chennai almost every fortnight. My sons were training here for the swimming at SDAT in Velachery. And it used to be hot, but now when I'm coming here, it's even more, it's becoming more difficult to kind of sustain and deal with these kind of climatic changes. So keeping that in mind, this report is very, I would say, monumental, because it represents the kind of changes that are happening and what actions that we can take. To take us through the report, we have with us Professor Shantanu Goswami, who is the Associate Director at the School of Climate Change and Sustainability. So a little brief about the university itself. Azim Premji University, has been, it came into being in 2010 and 2011. We have over 3,500 students. We have campuses in Bangalore, which was our first campus. The second campus now functioning is in Bhopal. The third campus that is going to come into play is in Ranchi, and subsequently the fourth campus in Northeast Assam. So through these campuses, we offer degrees in undergraduate and postgraduate degrees, and very interestingly, we offer degrees in BSc in environmental and sustainability subjects, as well as the MSc courses which are there. So it's a very, we have been talking about environment for a long time. Our director, Dr. Harini Nagendra, is a world-renowned ecologist, and she leads the whole momentum on this front. So without much ado, this report is the presentation that Professor Shantanu is going to take us, is going to talk about the broader impact, but more specifically the specificity that you are going to see in Chennai and those regions. We have created a press kit. We also have a full report there. In the press kit, you will see two things you will see. One is this leaflet, which is very specific for Chennai region. So if you see the kind of impact that we have brought out for the Chennai region, and there's another detailed report which talks about India as a whole. So without much ado, I'll hand over the platform to Professor Shantanu Goswami, who will take you through the findings, and subsequently if you've got any questions and answers, you can reach out to us, and we are here, or you can take our numbers and details and we'll connect with you. Thank you so much.
We have actually, when it comes to climate model projections, we normally talk about model projections for say what's going to happen by 2100 or things like that. But when it comes to our immediate action, the action that we need to think about, those kind of scenarios doesn't become very effective. So as part of our School of Climate Change, we are very interested to understand the impact of climate change on the ground, how it impacts people. So we thought we'll create this projection for what we are calling it the near term. As you can see, this is a 21, which is already, we already crossed in there. So something like how we are experiencing it and what's coming in the next decade or so, right? So that's what, that's actually the background of what we have done. And today we are talking about the Indian coastal region, the coastal districts of India. But the data set that we created for the entire India, for all the Indian districts. And prior to this, we released a report for the Indian Himalayan regions, right? So again, there's something that I actually wanted to show. You probably all know that IMD produce daily temperature data that you can find it on the website. This is very helpful. This is something that I actually picked up from yesterday's report. You can see this is the maximum temperature, right, for yesterday, and around Chennai it's about what, 40-42, right? It's pretty hot. The maximum temperature for Chennai was 40-42, correct? And that's what we also felt. But as we were walking around yesterday, so we decided to take a couple of pictures because we have a little bit of instrument, like small instrument with us. So this was near Ayanabaram, around midday, right? If you look at this picture and you look at the picture on the left-hand side, so the picture on the left-hand side is actually showing what the temperature is. And if you see, the temperature of the pavement, it's close to 60 or is crossing 60 plus, right? So what happens? This is the observed weather station data, which is interpolated to the region. But when it comes to microclimate, right, what people experience is actually a lot more, right? And then again, this is another picture, as you can see. It's again basically that 72 is it's an exhaust, so it's not an actual number. But again, it's in the 60s that we actually experience, right? So I just wanted to give you the context because how you feel when it becomes very hot, that actually is a lot higher than what some of the larger scale, your mapping and then projection says, right? This is, we call it the microclimate. This is something we all know, that we are in the middle of the crisis, and I've been doing climate change research since 2006. I have worked in both the poles. I have worked in different geography. And when I started my research around 2006, so we always used to say climate change is as if it's going to come, right? And
yeah.